coaches, 75,006 coaches as of a week ago Friday.
Wow.
She's in the top 5 of them all. She's twice top 10 coach. We all went to France last year together. Extraordinary people, great family. Just really, thank you so much for taking time in your guys' personal family trip to come up here for all of us. She's built her entire business with social media. So obviously, with what everybody's doing right now, so many people are on Facebook, and some people are like, hey, what about Twitter? What do we do? What do we do? She's going to share about what she did as a stay-at-home mom of 2 and how she made this work. As soon as she's done with that, then we're going to do a deal with Hillary and Tommy up front, and I'm going to just take them through a series of questions, and we're going to talk about effective sponsoring. And we'll get a little bit from Alethea, who's from corporate today, and then we can just continue Q&A out in the lobby for anybody that has questions beyond that. So without further ado, we can bring up Hillary Kelly.
Hey guys.
Hi.
I'm excited to be here. Of course, it's been a little cold. We hear sunshine. My kids have their bathing suits, and they're all excited. Mom, this is cold. And a week ago we were in Atlantis, right? So, but you know what? It's part of this awesome thing that I created by starting and joining as a coach in September of 2009. Almost 3 years, 2.5 years, just about. And I started just like everybody in here, right? Signed up, 0 volume, 0 people on my team, 0 coaches, not a fitness expert. Also wasn't at my goal, working out. I actually started in January of 2009, probably 2008, I want to say. I had my son Logan, who's back there, who just turned 4. And I was about 225 pounds. About a year after I had him, tired, felt horrible. It was that last picture at Christmas, that you look at yourself, there's nothing in my closet I can wear, nothing that fits me, I feel like crap. I was 34 years old, and I just looked at the mirror for that one last time. And mind you, my whole life, I kind of yo-yo dieted, like most of us do, right? We go up, we go down. But this was just like the last straw. I said, why can't I do this? Why can't I just feel better? I have these 2 amazing boys that I want to be healthy for. I'm 34 years old and I feel like I'm 50. My hips hurt. I was tired. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my kids are, Gavin was still 3 at the time, and he's running circles around me. And I had my 1-year-old who I was, pretty much attached to the whole time. And I had to make a change. That was it. That was my game changer. That was it. And nothing about coaching was ever on my mind. It was just, okay, had to make a change. I had done Turbo Jam. Of course, I got addicted to that. A friend of mine gave me a video because being a stay-at-home mom, I couldn't go to the gym. Before I had kids, I went to the gym all the time, right? Ran on the treadmill, worked out. I loved it. But having the 2 kids and being a stay-at-home mom, we chose to do that so we could be home for our kids. So 1 income. Jeff worked long hours, worked all day, so it was me with the kids. So I had to have fun. I had to find time to work out, so Beachbody was perfect for me. So I got an email in December of that year that said Chalene Extreme. Brand new workout. I loved Chalene Johnson. Turbo Jam was just, that's it. And of course I went to the gym before kids and I loved lifting weights. So that to me, that spoke to me. It came at the right time. After I had looked at that picture at Christmas, and I said, okay, this is it. It could have been my personal challenge group at the time, I don't know, right? But that was it. I made that commitment to myself, and I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to follow the book to a T. I took that picture. And if you guys don't know me, you can find it on my Facebook page. I took that picture. Everybody says you look sad. Maybe we do that on purpose, but I was sad. I took a picture, my belly hanging out, and with the bra on. And I look at that picture, and I took it, and I hid it. I didn't want to look at it. Didn't want to show anybody, ever, right? And that's it. I didn't look back. And every 30 days, I took that picture, and I started to see a change. And I started to get excited. And I would go out in public, to the grocery store, to my son's preschool, and people started noticing these changes in me, maybe that I didn't see, only in these pictures, right? So I started to feel better, of course, still starting to feel better about myself. And I can tell you this, I built my business on social media, but at this time, I wasn't on Facebook. I didn't even have a MySpace account. I didn't have a smartphone. I didn't have anything. So one day, somebody said, I think I was talking to my girlfriend who gave me the Turbo Jam DVD. She goes, you can go on Facebook and look up Shalene. She teaches Turbo Kid. There's probably a gym near you or somebody that does Turbo. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check out this Facebook. So got on my computer, joined Facebook reluctantly, and started searching Shalene Johnson, and found out there's this whole community of turbo chicks, right? There's this whole community of people that were like me. I mean, I was turbo jamming when I was cooking dinner, the music, I'm sure you all have at one time. But it just made sense to me, and I found people that were like me. I started talking to people on social media. But of course I got some friend requests, which I was like, why are people friending me, right? People from high school. And that's the last thing I was like, I don't want to talk to people from high school. I didn't talk to them when I was in school, so I don't want any friends, right? So you guys laugh at this now, right? So I started accepting those friends. I started coming in contact through Shalene Johnson. I think she was just getting on Facebook. I mean, she still had a profile page at the time. And I started connecting with people like Charity, who is back there. And Linda as well, and Claudia, who's over here. But I started just talking and having conversations. I wasn't yet a coach. And I bumped into some people. I was on my journey, and they're like, there's this coaching thing. There was this little buzz about people that were helping people get healthy. I looked into it. Sounded pretty cool, right? But I was actually probably about day 90 with my journey. And I emailed some pictures to Shalene Johnson. And some of you may not know this story, but I emailed her on Facebook, and she responded. She's like, Hillary Kelly, she said, you have some amazing transformation pictures. I know you're still on your journey, but have you looked into this coaching thing that Beachbody does? You might be able to inspire a lot of people. I'm like, show people my picture? I don't think so. So, of course, I got more curious, and as I went to my son's school, or I went to the grocery store, and I bumped into people, including my family, they were just like, wow, what are you doing? I probably sold 1 million Turbo Jams and didn't even know it, right? Maybe not 1 million. There's only about 1,000 people in my town, so some of you that complain that you live in a small town or you don't know anybody, I come from a very small town. So I signed up. I ended up, I ran into my sponsor, who is Christine Dwyer, if you guys don't know. I ran into her on Facebook, and I got on the phone with her, and I said, well, I'm really excited about this. I really want to do this, but I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I don't get out. I don't know how I'm going to make this work. She was just like, duh. She's like, how did you find me? How did you find out about the opportunity? I was on Facebook, right? She goes, you can do this. Just go out and make some friends. And that was like the best advice I ever got. I don't know if it was like the light bulb that went off in my head. I was like, duh, I was already doing that. I can do this, right? I was already telling people about Turbo Jam, Shalene Extreme, all this stuff that I loved, and people were going to buy it. Why couldn't I just do it and be official, right? So, of course, I immediately signed up, and I started going back to the page and started talking to people. Started talking to people like Charity Brooks, and she's one of my first customers. And we were talking about this the other day. She came on vacation with me this week, and she lives here in California. I'm from Connecticut, for those of you who don't know me. So I started talking to people, and we became friends. It wasn't even a business thing, So you hear Tommy talk about inviting people and listening. It's not just making friends and going, do you want to buy a Beachbody program? Do you want to join my team? Do you want to make some money? That's icky, right? And what do you do when you meet somebody face to face? Those same things, right? You don't want to do that. Social media is the same thing that you do face to face. You're just doing it online. Okay? Just because you have a Facebook page doesn't make you, a walking billboard for Beachbody, right? People can't get to know you. The reason people do this business with you, the reason they become your customer or they join your team as a coach is because of you, right? Because they've trusted you because you've helped them. You've showed them how to get healthy through a challenge group, through, one-on-one constant accountability. Or they've joined your team and you're showing them how to be successful because you are setting this example, whether you do it in your community or you do it on Facebook. The best part about Facebook is that maybe you're somebody like Mike, who, I know Mike has a huge local team here, most of you are here, but he can also use Facebook, right? And he can connect with all these people, and he doesn't have to knock on their door every day going, hey, remember me, I'm doing Beachbody every day, right? Hey, remember me, I do P90X, and I make money, and I do all these cool things, I get to go on trips, and I went to France. He doesn't have to do that because he's an example every day of living this lifestyle, of being consistent, right? So I'm going to talk about a little bit of things that maybe you guys shouldn't do on social media. Does that sound good?
Yep.
We do a few things. What do you guys, and if some of you are guilty of this, it's okay. You don't have to feel bad. These are, it doesn't mean you can't do them, but it's just things that I see from people. Of course, don't be the shouter. Don't sign up, if you just sign up as a coach and you get on Facebook and you were talking about your kids yesterday, maybe you were talking about, you went to your schools, your kid's school, and all of a sudden the next day, I'm a Beachbody coach. Next post, buy my stuff. Next post, buy my stuff, go to my link here. Follow me here, join my team, right? What's gonna happen? You guys have all, and it's not just Beachbody, you've seen other MLM people, maybe there's that girl selling candles, and all she's doing is talk about a candle party. You just want to hide them, right? So think about that, and sometimes we get excited about something that's going on with our business. Maybe we don't realize that we're like every post that we did that day was about Beachbody, right? You're like, oh God. Look back at what you've done for the past week. It has to be about you, because remember what I said, this business, people join it because they like you. They trust you, not because you put a big Beachbody banner on your forehead, right, on your picture. On your profile picture, I honestly believe it should be you. It should be your smile. Now, I learned this from Shalene too, but it should be your face, not P90X across your face, or, here's me, in my bathing suit. I mean, it's great, but somebody who doesn't know Beachbody that you're trying to connect with on social media, they don't know anything about Beachbody. If they see that picture, what are they going to think? Well, this person really likes himself, right? Right? So think about that. Or maybe you have a picture of your cat as your profile picture. I see that a lot. Is somebody going to do business with your cat? Right? Maybe, think about the things that you post too. It's consistency. I got on Facebook, obviously, to look up Shalene Johnson, but Facebook is my business. No, I do not talk about Beachbody all the time, but I do talk about the things that I do, which are, of course, a lot of stuff about Beachbody. Beachbody is what I do, right? It's not the only thing I do. I talk about when my kids draw on the wall with crayons, And Gavin, yes, that's you. But I talk about the fun things we get to do. I mean, we go on a trip like Atlantis, and I had 5 people on my inbox. Okay, I'm ready. I want to know what you're doing. Because I'm an example. Maybe a lot of those people from high school are contacting me now and going, they've watched me for 3 years on Facebook, and I didn't have to knock on their door. I didn't have to send them an invite to a challenge. I didn't do anything. They just watched me. They've seen my pictures, which I have posted, of course, which I'm very glad that I have now. But it's all you, things that you do every day. It should be 20% about Beachbody, and then the rest should be your life. Things that you do. Be inspirational. Don't get on there and talk crap about your boyfriend. Or talk, I had a headache today, I feel like crap. And then the next post, I had my Shakeology and I really feel good. It makes me feel great. I have a lot of energy. That's not very credible, right? I see people do it all the time. I see them talk about, all these things that they're doing with Beachbody, they're working out, and then the next week, it's like crickets, nothing. You have to set an example. And it's not just on Facebook, but as a coach, as your business, for your team, for your customers, this is my biggest accountability, to not go back to 225 pounds, with the money or not. I mean, of course, it's great, but this keeps me where I'm at. I have 75,000 coaches and tons of customers and friends on Facebook that keep me accountable. talk about what you're doing. You know, if you had a bad day with your workouts and you don't feel like working out, tell people, you know, but help me be accountable. That's the kind of stuff you want to talk about. Talk about the success stories. If you don't have any yet, if you're a new coach, find somebody, like Tommy was saying, find somebody that that people can relate to, people that you know. Like I talk about other moms, you know, Charity's a mom, she has a military husband, and you know, this has changed her life. You know, and she's able to go on trips. She went all over Europe last year. She's out of debt, right? And I can see Charity back there. She looks like pink, so she doesn't get that very often. But you can do it. It doesn't have to be Facebook, guys. There's lots and lots and lots of social media out there. People are using Pinterest. Pinterest is pretty cool, but be careful because it's a time sucker. Facebook is a time sucker. So get on there, make a to-do list, keep yourself organized. It's part of the game plan. Keep yourself organized. You know, go on there and say, I'm gonna return some messages. I'm gonna talk to some people. Go out there and make friends. I mean, making friends on social media is the same what you do. So if you go to your son's school, I keep using that example, but if you go to your son and your kids, you know, soccer game, start talking to the moms, start talking to the dads. Find people that are doing things like you, people that you can relate to, and you can do that on social media. You know, I always say we like Pirates of the Caribbean, so I go on the website. You know, I go on the Facebook fan page, and I talk to people who like Pirates of the Caribbean with their kids. My kids are pirate fans. They don't have to be doing fitness programs. I've had coaches say, well, I'm on Facebook, but everybody's a coach. I'm like, well, where are you going? Where do you think they're going? Where do you think they're going in?
P90X page.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you go to P90X page, if you go to Shalene Johnson's page, if you go to Tony Horton's page, chances are they're going to be coaches, right? So what are the things that you like? Do you like the color blue? I'm sure there's a Facebook fan page for people who like the color blue. I mean, seriously, it's that simple. I mean, on Twitter as well. I mean, I'm not going to teach you how to use Twitter, but I mean, you can easily search for people, and even if you live in a town of 1,000 people, and when people say to you, everybody's a coach, I can't find anybody, you know? You can live in a town with 5 coaches, and all of you are gonna attract different people, right? I'm not gonna attract guys that wanna do P90X and get ripped, right? I'm really not gonna go friend guys that wanna do P90X and get ripped. You know, I'm not gonna go the heavy weightlifter pages, because they're like, right? I talk to moms. I have in common things with moms, with kids, who like the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's your niche. If you can figure that out, and it's not just on social media, but it's this business. This is relationship building business. And you can do that a little bit online, you can do it face to face, but social media is huge, guys. I mean, if you're not using it, you can use it, whether you use it 100% for your business or you use it 30 to 40% for your business. I mean, I know Tommy wasn't huge with social media, right? But you use it a lot, right?
Yeah, I couldn't run my business.
Exactly, and it might make your life so much easier, right? That you can connect with so many people. So you're not knocking on somebody's door every day and having to do a home party every day, or you know, and you can talk to people. They can see that you're flying out, you know, across the country with your family to do these cool things because of Beachbody. You're an example because you're just doing it, you know, and you're going to Summit and you're talking about these cool things. Be a product of this business, you know. If you're 100% in this and you want people to follow you, you have to be excited about it too. And you're going to do that whether it's face-to-face or on social media, you know. And if you don't think, I'm just going to do a little plug for Summit, but if you don't think it's important, it's huge. It's very important for your business, not just for you, but for your team, for anybody that you want to see you as credible. People that aren't credible with their business or with their fitness usually aren't successful with this, right? It's 1 week, it's like Tommy was drawing up there, and it just goes back and forth. And you're always doing this pedal. And most of the time our coaches are suffering is because they are not consistent, whether it's for their fitness or for their business. And that goes without saying. But social media, for me, being a stay-at-home mom, it's what worked for me, you know, and it may or may not work for you 100% of the time, but I guarantee you, if you use it with your business, it's important whether you're using YouTube, Whether you're using Pinterest or the many other options there are, Twitter, your blog. Your blog, I use a blog and it's not what makes me successful, but it's a great place for me to put information that I share with people all the time. Sometimes people find me through there. I make YouTube videos because it's a chance for people to get to know me, as opposed to just me posting a picture or posting something. They get to know me, and I make videos not just about my Beachbody workouts. I make videos when we're on vacation of things we're doing. Maybe there's a tip. Maybe you're an expert at knitting, okay? Maybe somebody in there. But make a video about it. You're a resource. Be a resource for people. Even through social media, people will find you. And people will appreciate that. You don't always have to talk about your workouts. Talk about other things you're interested in. Like if it's your kids, if you like to knit, if you like to ride bikes, if you like to run marathons, there's tons and tons of people you can connect with. There's billions of people on social media. And most people, and you can raise your hand if you do, check Facebook before they brush their teeth. And how many of you guys do that? And how many of you guys go to bed at night with your phone on the bedstand and you see it light up? Oh, somebody looked at my picture, right? Somebody liked my picture. So it's huge. Social media is a part of everything we do these days, and you guys all can admit it, whether you like it or not. You like to look at people's pictures, and you like to see what other people are doing, right? Just, if you're using it for your business, don't get sucked in too much of, Judd's Mexico vacation, Maybe you could sit there all day, check, oh, look where they went, that's cool, right? You could do that all day, make an agenda, because it's so easy to get off track, talk to people, make new friends with people. It's social networking, guys, that's what it's there for. And you can use Twitter, you can use Pinterest for that, and if you don't know how to use any of these social media sites, go to YouTube and put it in the search tab, and you can find a tutorial on how to use any of them and how to make it easier. And Google it, right? You want to be a resource. If somebody asks, how to do something, Google it, send them the answer. Be a resource for people, help people. So, how many of you don't have a Facebook account? You signing up now? We'll get her a phone, right? Somebody's got a phone back there. We can sign up, iPad, something like that. And you got to take pictures. Take pictures from today. Post them on your wall. Talk about how fun this was today. People are going to be attracted to you because you're doing fun things. We're having fun and we're getting paid for it. Charity and I were posting, the other day we went roller skating, and they're like, are you guys ever going home? We're working, we're having fun, right? So it's important, guys. It's an important aspect. It's an important tool for your business. Definitely don't discount it, but use it wisely, because you don't want people to hide you. Don't be that annoying person, right? That's talking about find my stuff all the time. It's the stories, what it comes back to. It's your story, other people's story. I recognize the people in my challenge groups all the time that are losing weight, and that attracts people to my next challenge group, right? I'll have a bunch of people mess up, okay, when's the next one starting? And recognize the people on your team. When my team has rank advancements, when my team earns things, wins prizes, I talk about that, because other people are like, wow, they're always doing something, right? People want to be a part of that. So remember that, and I think I'll stop talking, and if you guys have questions, I'll be here for a little while, if my kids let me. But I appreciate you guys letting me come talk today. It's awesome.
Just how many times a day with whatever.
Well, I have about 4 or 5 things. Now, I can get a little details here. But I have about 4 or 5 things that I schedule on Hootsuite. So if you guys don't know what Hootsuite is, that's definitely something to write down. And I don't have to be there. It posts for me at a certain time. I have certain things every day, like a great quote I start the day with, okay? That's something basic. In the middle of the afternoon, it could be some random fitness tip. That's what I do, okay? It doesn't have to be a fitness tip. Be helpful, be resourceful. Maybe later in the day, I have something scheduled, like a fit recipe. People start to know me as this, it's my job to be healthy, be fit. I'll always, in between, now this is the best part about social media, I have my iPhone, and if I'm on the road with my kids or I can post something live. So those 4 posts that are up every day can be going on no matter what I do. My presence is there, people see me, and I can schedule it, you know, a week or a month in advance, right? Whatever you want. And I post stuff live in between. So it's about every hour or two, something is going up. But 5 specific things post every 3 hours. So if I forget or if I'm out doing something, no big deal, right? So you don't have to be stuck. Now, when I first joined Facebook, I made the mistake, because I was so addicted to it at first. I gotta make friends and I gotta talk to people, right? And I would just wait for somebody to comment. Which is crazy, right? Oh my God, they commented! Which is crazy, but what you can do is post something and 3 hours later, it's still there, right? You can go back. You can go back and check your comments, or even from your phone, no matter where you are, and you can comment and you can talk to people. You can tag them, you can have conversations even if it's 2 hours later. So don't make that mistake and sit there all day going, oh my God, I want to see who's talking to me, right?
So Hootsuite, just for anybody who missed that, Hootsuite.
That's
when,
one I prefer.
when Hillary told me to use Hootsuite, I know Judd beat me to the punch on it, and it's totally saved me so much time. Like, unbelievable. Because then life happens, and instead of you doing that whole drop like Tommy drew on the deal, that was a daily, you know, through the course of the week. You know, we had 3 kids in different schools and sports and guitar and, like, you know, busy life. It's so easy to blow that. And so this insulates you from, you know, people just forgetting about you. Jim, you were nodding. You have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. Is there a way to see who